Hey guys, Ericsson here. Valve recently released a new CS2 update, bringing us the start of Premier Season 4, 2 brand new collections and a new limited armory item and several other changes. But what most players haven't realized yet is just how massive the impact of these new collections on the CS2 market actually is. But before we start with the video, you can now win an M4A1 as leaded glass in Field Tested, and all you need to do is like this video, subscribe to my channel and write me down in the comments !win a skin, and then you enter the giveaway. You can double your chances by joining my Discord server. Good luck to all of you. With a new update, the Harlequin and the Chroma collections were added to the weekly drop pool, and at the same time, the Safe House, Dust 2, Nuke 2018 and Inferno 2018 collections were removed. And this change was immediately reflected on the market. High rarity skins, especially in good float conditions, saw significant price increases, but also consumer and industrial skins, which are mostly used as fillers and Tradeup contracts, also went up in price significantly. Combined with the update from about 9 months ago, when 4 other collections were replaced by the Boreal, Ascent and Radiant collections, we can now say that the CS2 weekly drop collections are complete. And that makes this the perfect time to analyze how the new collections differ from the old ones and where potential investment opportunities might exist. In the past, skins from older weekly drop collections were mainly used as Tradeup fillers. They had huge supply, low prices, and before the Tradeup formula changed in October last year, a float cap didn't really matter as long as the float itself was low. Nowadays, skins are most valuable for Tradeups if they have a large float range and a low float value. But here's the key problem. A very low float alone doesn't help if the adjusted float ends up much higher due to the new calculation formula. That's why I created an Excel spreadsheet covering all skins from both old and new weekly drop collections to compare their Tradeup potential. For each skin, I tracked its float range and the resulting float adjustment factor, or short form FAF. The lower the factor, the better the skin is for Tradeup. A factor of 1 is ideal because it means the skin's float is passed into the Tradeup without any additional adjustment. A factor of 2, for example, means that the skin's float needs to be lower than 0.035 to achieve an adjusted float that is still in the factory new range. This is one of the reasons why people are willing to overpay for very low floats on these skins. What really stands out is this: from the 5 new collections, there's only one single skin that has a full float range and is therefore ideal as a Tradeup filler, and this is the Scout Calligrapher from the Harlequin collection. In contrast, the old collections have 10 of such full float range skins, with 4 of them coming from the Inferno 2018 collection alone, 1 for each rarity. Overall, the old collections offer far more skins with large float ranges and relatively low adjustment factors. When we summarize these data by rarity, we see that old collections are no longer useful as fillers for mil-spec and restricted Tradeups. But that doesn't really matter, since case collection skins can be used instead. For consumer and industrial Tradeups, weekly drop collections are still essential. On average, both old and new collections seem to be good as Tradeup fillers, but in the new collections we mostly see float adjustment factors around 1.5, which is not bad, but clearly limits the usability of these skins as Tradeup fillers. Meanwhile, the older collections offer many more skins with a large float range, with 10 of them being ideal fillers across all rarities. As long as the price difference between old collection fillers and new collection fillers is not too large, I expect these large float range skins from older collections to be used heavily in Tradeups. But before we continue, I would like to show you a place where you can get skins easy and cheap. As a CS2 investor, I buy and sell a lot of skins, and my go-to marketplace is WoW Skins. It's a fairly new marketplace, but it's already rated as legit and trustworthy by the community, and with over 2 million skins listed and a fast, intuitive interface, you can easily find exactly the skins you are looking for. Prices are often similar to or even lower than established marketplaces, and the selling fee is extremely low with just 2%. Their browser extension makes peer-to-peer trading fast, easy, secure and easy to track, so follow me and check out wowskins.market today. If the old collection filler skins are still being used for Tradeups a lot, their supply should steadily decrease over time, and once they become too expensive, people will switch to new collection skins instead. Besides old collection skins, they are the only remaining filler options for Tradeups, but with a more limited float range and worse adjusted floats. To sum it up, you should keep an eye on the prices of low rarity Tradeups in general, and also be aware of the fact that today there are still a lot of these full float range fillers from old collections in existence, but this might change in the future, and that is why I see a good investment potential here. If you are speculating on China-driven pumps on these collections, you will most likely want to focus on factory new high rarity skins. The M4A1's Control Panel, MP7 Fade, SG Integral or AK-47 Safety Net are just a few examples, but be aware of the fact that the supply of these skins is very big, and also China pumps can hit literally any skin. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown. For more CS2 market data, Tradeup analysis and update news, feel free to check out my Discord server, link is in the description. And now thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video or livestream.